Hello, welcome to Maximum Bass Speed. I want to do this video today on centering. Centering, what is centering? A lot of coaches don't talk about this, but this is crucial. When I'm working with students, it's one of the things that I'm looking at a regular, consistent basis throughout the swing. Now, I'm going to go into detail about what is centering and how this can affect your swing in a good way and in a bad way. Okay, so let's get started here. The first thing I want to show you is this. If you watch my videos on the setup, if you've done an online video analysis with me, or if you ever have bought my Build Your Swing Plan video, you're going to see that I really talk a lot about the setup. I talk a lot about things that are crucial before you even hit a ball. If you have not purchased it, if you never have done an online video analysis, I would highly recommend to get one if you really want to get very deep into the mechanics of an elite swing. Okay? So, as you see me set up right here, you're going to see that my body right now, for example, how I'm set up, okay? I'm going to be set up very centered, very centered. And by that, I mean this. If you look at my body right here, and I'm set up and I'm getting ready to get to a swing, if I get my bat, you can see here that I have a vertical spine, and if I go straight down, you'll see that it's kind of a 50-50, very close to 50-50 balance on my swing. That's what you want. This gives you balance, gives you symmetry, it gives you the opportunity to allow your body to work very cohesively, very effectively, very efficiently throughout the swing, okay? So you can see right here again, my spine right here is vertical. In other words, I'm not tilted to the side, okay? If I was, it would be, my spine would be to the angle like that, and then if I was to go straight down like this from my neck, you would see it's very obvious that I have more weight on my back side. Very common to see players set up not being centered. They kind of set up like this when they're ready to go. It's very common. If you have a child, a player, someone you work with, you're going to see this is very common. Even when I work with college players, even pro players, their bodies are not always centered like they think they are. And if they're not, once I fix it, it allows them to have a lot more mobility and efficiency hitting off-speed pitches and difficult pitches, because now the body's centered, and once it's centered, it's balanced, and once it's balanced, it's able to be more productive, more effective, again, receiving elite pitches, okay? So back again, get a bat, go ahead and grab a bat, look at yourself in the mirror, and see that you have a vertical spine, that you're split pretty much 50-50, okay? You're nice and relaxed, okay? Whether you have your hands high, doesn't matter. You can have them low. That doesn't matter. That's just preference. Right now, we're just looking at a very nice foundation and being centered. You can see here that my knees are slightly outside my shoulders, and my feet are slightly outside of out of my knees. Okay. Now, as you get into your swing, okay, we're just going to kind of break this down for you, and you can kind of analyze this when you're working with your kids, record them from opposite side batter's box view. If they're not doing this, I would highly recommend using this video to kind of as a tutorial to help them to get things back to center, okay? Now, once you're here at the setup, okay, now we're gonna go to toe touch now, okay? Now, as we go to toe touch and we're here, you can see here that my body now is very centered, okay? By that I mean this. You can see that my spine is still vertical. If you go down at toe touch, okay, I'm still 50-50. I'm very centered. Now, what this does, it allows me to, once I get to heel plant, to allow my body to get to a front axis very effectively and efficiently, and I'll get to that in a second. But again, right here, I'm at toe touch. I'm very centered. In other words, I'm not like this, where my spine is being tilted. I'm not like this, where sometimes players, when they get to toe touch, are kind of like this, okay? You can see again, from setup, centered, to toe touch, I'm very centered, okay? Again, setup, centered, toe touch, centered, okay? That's what you want. Now, if you do that, that's going to allow your body to be able to rotate off a front axis like I just mentioned. And by that I mean this. What happens again, you're centered at the toe touch. You're centered at the toe at the setup, and you're centered now at the toe touch. Now you're centered at the heel plant, okay? In other words, What a lot of players do at heel plant, they're kind of like this. Okay, they're kind of doing this kind of funky little thing with their swing. Okay, when you do that, it deprives you of hitting difficult pitches, off-speed pitches, elite pitches, okay? Because your body has to be centered, it has to be balanced in order for you, again, to use your body effectively. It's common sense, okay? Now, again, set up, toe touch, heel plant. I'm all centered, correct? Now from here, watch where I am right here. You can see here, as I'm ready to get into my heel plant because everything is centered. And then, in other words, everything is just aligned where my vertical spine, everything's working very effectively, very efficiently. As I start to get into my swing, as I start to swing here, watch what happens. The lead elbow starts to work up to the height of the mouth, barrel below the hands, and see how my body is. My body's still very vertical with the spine as I'm ready to hit. In other words, I'm not hitting like this and I'm not hitting like this, okay? That's why it's important to start off with a centered setup, a centered gathered, okay? In other words, having a vertical spine. It's crucial to have that at toe touch and at heel plant. So again, when you get to the point of contact, you're able to use your body very efficiently. Everything works very, very nicely right here. Very nicely. So you can hit outside pitches, you can hit inside pitches, you can hit high pitches, you can hit low pitches. Everything. When your body is tilted too far back or too far forward, what happens with players is because their weight is now, again, starting off like this, they strive. Now as they start to swing, their weight's in the back, and as they start to swing, they get an outside pitch, they're literally doing one of these, trying to hit it. That's because the body is not balanced, it's not centered. This video right here, if you learn to keep a vertical spine, okay? Try to be centered at the setup from the very beginning. Set up here, set up here, set up here, centered here, right there, see that? And then from here, you can just let it go. Extend right through the ball and then just let it go. By me being centered at setup, at toe touch, at heel plant, it allows my body to work very efficiently, very cohesively, and with a lot of power. There's no wasted movement. Again, by being tilted too far one way or the other, you're depriving yourself of that efficiency, that ability for your body to rotate off that front axis. Like you see with elite players are about a 70-degree angle, and what you see with the best players in the world at the point of contact, when they're hitting, they're pretty much at about a 70-degree angle. From the shoelace to the belt buckle to the logo is pretty much one straight line. You don't want to see this, and you don't want to see one of these, okay? The way you get that elite front axis point of contact angle is by doing what I'm asking you to do. I hope this video's been helpful. It's helped many of my students get to a higher level by being centered, by being balanced, and being able to hit off that front axis with a lot of fluidity, a lot of power, and it gets you in a place where you can pretty much hit any pitch, whether it's inside, outside, high, or low. Thank you so much. And again, I have a Build Your Swing Plan video. It's on my website. I do online video analysis. You get bonus videos that I do not have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for supporting my channel. Give me a like down there. If you like this channel, subscribe to my channel. I think you'll get a lot of great information to build your swing to an elite swing. Have a good day. God bless.